Hi, everybody. Welcome back from your breakout session. Who would like to share their experience about using the hands-on healing?
It is really extraordinary. It's very good.
Cool.
Very, very tingly, very warm in my hands. And receiving it as well is quite an experience. It's something else. I thought it would be a little bit like Reiki, but it isn't. It's very different.
Yeah, this isn't Reiki.
No. I didn't say it was, but
I know.
Similar sort of experience, but it's very different. Yeah.
No. Thank
I
you.
like it a lot. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I found it amazing. My hands were being guided, and it was almost like my hands were in another, were with Jen in the room, and I could feel like my hands almost massaging the different parts of her body, and how I could feel my hands being drawn down to wherever she needed that healing work. It was really fantastic. And it was really, really gentle, really tingly, and lots of really powerful information came through as well with the healing. It was really beautiful to share and to witness as well.
Very cool. Thank you, Finn. Anybody else? Jen, how did it feel receiving it from Finn?
It was amazing. I woke up this morning in a lot of pain with my neck and my upper back is where I hold all my stress. And after her healing session, it's completely gone. I feel amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How did it feel to give it?
Oh, to give it, it felt amazing. I instinctively felt my hands going up and kind of like Finn had mentioned, guiding along. I did Tammy along her body and seeing what needed healing and attention brought to it. It was wonderful.
Very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would anybody else like to share or have any questions?
I would.
Hi.
Hi.
Please say your name for me.
Delane.
Delane, thank you. I have a name issue, and I still haven't done the activation for it. Maybe we should do that today.
Oh, that would be fun. Giving it is different than Reiki because I'm a Reiki master, and it is different. I knew just by visualizing almost where the hands were going, and started in. I was doing it on Marikar, if you don't mind my sharing that, Marikar, and I did it on her head first, and then it just kind of migrated down to the neck and shoulders. And after I got done, she shared with me a similar story to Jen's, that she'd woken up with this neck problem that she hadn't been able to fix with other energy work, and it's like the pain was completely gone. So
fantastic.
That was a fun acknowledgement, and I'm so glad your neck feels better, Marika.
Thank you. I was so surprised. I have this pain on my neck, and I tried to heal it the entire day. And then I felt that, oh, this is for the class today. And it was done. It was so fast, like, wow, so fast. It's so easy, just use the hands and then it's gone. Amazing. Thank you, Tamra.
Yeah, you're welcome. Very cool. Would anybody else like to share?
I would like to share.
Hi.
Hi. The first thing was that going down into Mother Earth, it feels totally different from when I go down to the Earth to give an activation. Totally different energy. I don't know what it is, but it's really amazing. And then I played around with it a bit because you said, just imagine to put your hands wherever they need to go. And then I imagined like I'm this Hindu goddess and I have like 4 or 5 arms.
I love that.
I put my hands everywhere that I felt that I needed some. Like I had 2 hands on her feet and 2 hands around her body. one hand on her chest, and that was interesting. And then I also saw some symbols coming in, like these blue triangles.
Mm.
And then they shifted the shape, and then it was like geometry, like a faceted diamond or something. That was interesting too. Yeah,
That's very cool.
really fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's awesome. Yeah, we are going to be working with sacred geometry in the body. I mean, with Dr. Senko's esoteric energetics, that is sacred geometry. And even though it's shown flat, what I do is I always have people bring it in and bring up the points. But again, we'll be going into that some more on that. It's a good way, I think, to finish out a session. Okay, any more questions or? Okay, so
I'd like to share.
hi, Evelyn.
Yeah, okay. So I was with Arwen. So I was giving hands-on to the body from the head down, and where it needed more healing, it stopped. It's just, I was like scanning her down. It's just stopped. Nothing was happening because it needed a deeper healing. It needed more time there. So it's very automatic. That's what I like. Yeah, and the issues came out as I went along. You know, I can see what's underlying behind the body. What are the emotional issues attached? Yeah, cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Evelyn. Evelyn's going to join me in a couple of weeks.
Yes, I am.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, and Arwen said she's from Glastonbury. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's actually sitting in my house.
Okay, all right.
She's in the kitchen, and I've got this little tiny office in here, which I just love because I'm just going to show you guys the view. You have to see what I'm looking out to. Ben knows she was here. She came to visit me. Can you see the view?
Oh yes! Wow.
I'm leaving in a month and I'm already missing it and I'm still here. So funny.
Is it afternoon there now?
Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock? It's 4:42.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to take lunch at 5 because I have a call I have to be on for a half hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so what I would like you guys to do, so we went over the Eye of God and how to do activations with that. I would like you guys to do some activations practicing with the Eye of God. Are you guys ready for that? Okay. So,
okay.
Okay, we're going to do brain and balance. Actually, should I teach you guys to see inside the body first? You guys want to practice some of that first? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Scratch this off. Okay, so going inside the body, what I suggest you do is go into Mother Earth. And I'm just going to tell you right now, because you're going to do this with people. I want you to go into Mother Earth and then go into the Eye of God and imagine that from there you can go into the top of the head of whoever you're working on. And you can be asked to be shown the brain. And you can ask to be shown what the brain needs. And if everything's functioning right. And with that, if you see like different dark areas or something or things aren't flowing properly, imagine that you can put your hand on it and that it just opens it up and does what it's supposed to do. I just want you to start with the brain. Let's just start with the biggest, most important organ in the body. Start at the top and work our way down. So I want you to go in and look at the brain, and you can ask the brain what it needs. You can use your hands intuitively holding on the brain. Ooh, that feels hot. So you can imagine doing that. The first time I was ever shown a brain, I had this client. It was before I was trained. And I had this client, and she was from India, and I was teaching these angel classes. And I got called in for an emergency healing. I'd met her before because she was going to sign up for the angel classes, but she wasn't there, and I was really surprised that she didn't show up because she was so interested in it. And she's like this big guru in India, and she was visiting her daughter in California. And so I get called in for this emergency healing, and she's laying on the table, and her head's going like this. And she's saying, uncontrollable, uncontrollable. And then the movement went into her stomach, and her stomach was doing this. And she kept saying, uncontrollable. And she'd been in the hospital in and out for like a week, and the doctors couldn't figure anything out. And then it went into her legs. And all I could do was stand there and send her energy. I didn't know what to do. I took her to an old boyfriend of mine, Brent, who was this amazing healer. He didn't know what to do for her. I took her home. That night, I was woken up in the middle of the night by Jesus, and I was shown this brain. It's like floating in the air. And Jesus told me, do you see that? Pull it out. And I had to pull out like this worm out of her brain. And I saw myself reach out and pull it out. And that was the first time I ever saw a brain. I was like, wow, so interesting. So I went back to sleep. And then the next day I heard from her daughter that she was fine. Everything was fine. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. So go in and take a look at the brain, okay? You might see some blood flow areas that aren't flowing as much as they are as others. You can activate it just by imagine holding your hand there, okay? You guys have any questions?
Yeah, how long do we have? Because it's 10 to 5 if we're going to break for lunch.
It's actually 6. We're going to break.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I want to give you guys 45 minutes. And I want to put you in a room with like 3 people so somebody's watching. How did the 3 work? So a lot of you had 3 in there. Is that good? Because somebody could be watching and witnessing. That way you guys aren't getting too much energy. So we can get through these 4 days, okay? I don't want you doing everything all the time. Sometimes I just want you to witness. Now, what you can do is when the energy worker is doing the work, just imagine that you can go in and watch with them. You're not doing the work. We don't want 2 people working on one person at this point, okay? But you can observe. And if you're not good at seeing, just get the feeling of it. And, you know, seeing, some people say, I can't see psychically, I can't do this. Well, if you can close your eyes right now and imagine if you have a car where your car is parked and what it looks like. Can you do that? If you can do that, you can see. Because it's the same thing. So all you have to do is imagine. Okay, hi Alicia, welcome to class. Alicia, I activated your hands. because your intention of being here. So I've already done that for you, and I want you to practice. We're going to put you in a group.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So are you guys ready? Is there any questions?
Oh, we're not supposed to run the brain imbalance.
Not at this point. Let's
Okay.
go ahead and just practice looking at the brain and really sending the energy. You can, if you want, actually go ahead and run brain imbalance too. Okay, so you're going to be in a room with 3 people, so 1 person at a time. Rotate, unless you're in a room with 2. But I'm going to try to put you in 3. And then, yeah, so you can run brain imbalance. And with me, I see the hemispheres balance out on that. And you can imagine running it and using your hands and use the eye of God to do that. And I want you guys to start practicing that and see the difference in it. It's amazing. Okay, you guys ready? All right, so come back in 45 minutes or come back at 9:30. So that gives you 40 minutes, okay? So come back at 9:30 and then I'm gonna send you on another exercise into lunch, okay? All right, here we go. Recreate rooms. Okay, so there's gonna be 2 to 3 people per room. Here we go.